there are people that they will measure the food in the fridge, the juice, the level. Say, who touched my juice?
This is the way you cook eba. It has to be this way. How have you been cooking for my son?
Welcome back to another episode of
Yes.
My Spouse or My In-Law.
Yes. Yes.
In this episode, I am Share Benjamin-Agbo.
And I am the Benjamin-Agbo
Behind the Share Benjamin. So I'll be showing you how to relate with your in-laws. We discussed in the last episode the importance of having mutual agreement as couples, things to do, how to relate with your in-laws by honoring them,
Yes.
respecting them. In this video, we'll go deeper into how to relate with in-laws, especially when they are now within your space, whether they are living with you, they are squatting with you, or whatever reason they are in your space.
When they're in your space. That's when the difficulty arises.
Yes.
When they're far away, but when they're now in your space,
Yeah.
some in-laws want to have their way in doing everything. This is the way you cook eba. It has to be this way. How have you been cooking for my son? Those kinds of things. When they're in your space, a lot of things arises, right? So how do you deal with them when they're in your space?
Let me say this before you continue.
Yeah.
Parents, please. We want to beg you. We are young. We're just starting out life. Allow your children to build a marriage without necessarily interfering. Allow them. I don't know if other people watch this, but I think it's okay to allow your children make decisions that will build their own marriage without necessarily interfering. This is how we do it in our family. Don't allow him tell you what to do. Don't break your children's marriage in a bid to counsel or advice. You may not know. There are things that some parents have not healed from that they are projecting to their own children. Don't do that to your children. It's a fresh marriage. It's like tabula rasa. When a child is born, it is what you download into the child's brain, the child's environment that he ends up growing up with.
Yeah.
So also, it's a fresh slate. You can counsel them, make sure it's the right counsel, and you're not doing it from a place of brokenness or trauma where they will now inherit it and then pass it on to the next generation.
Absolutely.
So these things are important. But I just needed to give a word of plea to older generations out there.
Absolutely.
Allow your children build their marriage
Absolutely.
without interfering.
Absolutely. Yeah, so one of the ways to handle in-laws that are in your space is you have to be an inseparable team with your spouse.
Yes.
You have to be. Let's say, for example, my parents come and they are now in our space. I have to be an inseparable team with my spouse. We are actually one by God's design.
Yeah.
We are a team. If the people see us behave as a unit, they will respect us as a unit.
True.
They will not just say, your wife. They will not just say, the lady. No, because we are one. Every decision, we are in it together.
Yeah.
Everything we say, we are in it together. That's why I say, don't use statement like, my wife does not want. That's when you're making,
will forgive
you
your
feel as
spouse.
if it's no longer a team. So
Yeah.
we have decided we don't want to. That's how it is.
To the glory of God, our marriage is going to 5 years now. There has never been an instance where our parents have had to settle a fight, interfered and told us what to do, how to do it, or how to run our marriage. I'm grateful for the kind of parents we both have, understanding parents.
Yeah.
And right from the onset, it was clear. Even if they're having a conversation, say, okay, you know what, I will discuss with my husband and would let you know our decision.
We started that very early.
So they know. They don't just impose things on us because they know that we are an inseparable team.
Yes.
If they receive something from one, they know they received it from both.
Yes.
If they receive something from my husband, they know that it was a joint decision. If they receive something from me, they know it's a joint decision. They don't see us as two different people. They see us as one inseparable team.
Yeah.
And it's important that as couples that right from the onset, and please, a word to all mama's boys, you either stay with your mom or you stay married to your spouse. You cannot navigate both relationships together. I'll tell my mom. My mom said it. In your marriage, your mom's opinion does not take. I mean, I'm not saying you should dishonor your mother, but I'm saying everyone should know. You should know the place your mom occupies. You should know the place your spouse occupies.
Don't impose your own parents' marriage on your own marriage.
Yes.
Like, this is how it's done. That's how my mom does it to my father. Doesn't mean your spouse will do it that way to you.
Yeah, your mom is different.
Yes, there's a uniqueness. Your mom is not your spouse. Stop trying to force your wife to be your mom.
Yeah.
They are two different entities. They will never be the same person. And
there are even people that look for women that look like their mother.
Such pressure.
Yeah. The only reason I married you is because
it looks like fair like my mom, can do like
you can pray like my mom, you encourage me like my mom. Please, you are not getting married to your mom. You're getting married to a different woman. And the more you keep seeing her in the lens of your mom, the more you keep seeing her flaws when she doesn't meet up to her standard.
Absolutely.
But my mom does not do this. That's not your mom. You didn't marry your mom.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things to do. When they are in your space, when your in-laws are in your space, make sure you are an inseparable team with your spouse. Even if your spouse makes mistake, it's both of you that made the mistake. Do you get my point? You have to show.
Yeah.
See, people will treat your spouse the way they see you treat your spouse, especially
yes.
your own side of the family.
True.
They will watch how you relate. So if they see that you actually won, you make decision one, they will respect that whatever comes from your spouse actually comes from both of you.
Yeah.
And that's something. So always be an inseparable team.
Yeah.
You decide things together. Your words are the same. If one says A, the other one backs up the A. Even though you don't agree with what your spouse say, never ever say so in front of your own siblings or your in-laws or
Yes.
Never do that. Never disagree with your spouse in front of your in-laws.
Yeah.
Never do that. Listen. Your own parents may forgive you. They may not forgive your spouse. That's just how it works. Anyway, another point is understand the new authority figure in your life, especially for the women. Understand the new authority figure in your life. That's what she was actually trying to say. That right now that you are married, the new authority figure in your life is your husband as a woman, right? There's a way that it was done in your house where you were. There was a way your father did it. For example, let's say your father likes his pounded yam to be ready 7 p.m. on the dot, freshly pounded with okra soup. And so now you're married, right? And that's the way you saw your mom do it to your father, right? And so you got into marriage with the expectation that I'm going to make sure my husband gets pounded yam every 7 p.m., right? And then you make pounded yam and you bring it, you place it on the table, and it's like, I know he wants to drink Gary. The new authority figure in your life is this man that likes to drink Gary. You need to learn to adapt yourself to this new authority figure in your life. Absolutely. You need to learn to treat this person as a different entity from what you've known. And the last point on this is that you need to learn to take this person's decision as even superior to the decision of your parents.
Very true.
Because this person is now the new authority figure in your life. This person's words should be actually higher than the words from the past authority figure you have. If you do that, when your in-laws are in your space, they also will respect your spouse.
Yeah.
They will know that, you actually understand that your spouse's wish and will is your command, something like that. And they will respect your spouse because they know you respect your spouse's words. So if your spouse says something, you are behind your spouse because they can see that you respect your spouse, and it's part of being an inseparable team.
That's so good. That's so good. So your husband or your husband is the new authority. Bible says that the husband is the head of the wife.
Yeah.
It didn't say your father. I mean, while you are still an unmarried person, your father has the authority in your life. Your father can tell you what to do. Your father can tell you don't do this. But the moment you get married, for example, there are people that marry and say, my dad says this is the church I should attend.
Good example.
You can't be going to your father's church because your father said that you must attend his church. Your husband is the new authority in your life, and you have to go to your husband's church, not your dad's church. Oh, my dad said my tithe must be, I must pay my tithe to his church. No, the new authority figure in your life is your husband. Whatever you and your husband agree to do is what you do, not necessarily, because you need to know the new authority. The husband is the head of his wife.
Yeah.
His wife. So know the new authority figure. Still honor your parents, still respect them, but know the boundaries that there are decisions they cannot make for you any longer.
Yeah.
Number 3, when your in-laws are with you, don't compete with their attention, with your spouse's attention. For example, I mean, even while I'm married, I still, talk to my sisters.
Yeah.
I have a sister in Canada, another one in the UK, one in Nigeria. And from time to time, we're always getting on the call, talking and all. And so I'm like, babe, I'm like, don't worry, just have your time.
Yeah.
Because the truth is that he has me for life. I'm always in his face. He sees me 24/7. The little time I will spend on the phone with my sisters should not, be an ignorance. Why are you talking to your sister?
How long?
How can you be on your phone at this time of the... No.
Don't compete.
You don't compete for attention.
Yeah.
And when they are in your space, they are not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So that little time they are there, allow them, give them the liberty. They've missed their daughter. They've missed their son. Don't now get jealous. You're always talking to your mom. You're always doing this. You no longer see me again. Don't. It's just for a space. That woman nurtured the man for several decades. Now you get to have him for life. But the woman is getting to share a space for a very short time. Accommodate them. Don't compete for your spouse's attention. Don't say, you no longer love me. You're always talking to your mom. Don't do that. It's just for a short time.
Absolutely. Another way to relate with in-laws that are in your space is give them the best treatments. Go all out. Whatever they want, do your best and provide for them. If there's a thing they like, just listen. They're only there for a short while. If you give them the best...
I want to break some tables.
Okay, break it.
There are some in-laws, not necessarily parents-in-law, maybe relatives.
Yeah.
Let's say your brother or your sister comes to live with us. Let me not talk. There are people that they will measure the food in the fridge, the juice, the level. Say, who touched my juice? They are not accommodating.
Yeah.
They are not accommodating. How can you spend this amount of money on your sister? How can you take from her savings? No, don't do that. Give them the best treatment.
Absolutely.
There are people that they will say, no, you can't touch our savings to take care of your sibling. You cannot be paying your sister's school fees. Don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So while they are with you, give them the best of treatment.
Yes. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Give them the best of treatment. See, you can win over even people that hate you with love.
Yes.
When you shower them love, give them at least do your own part.
Yes.
Now, some people, your in-laws, your spouse's siblings, they may not know how to treat, or they may not understand boundaries. Yeah. They may drink all the juice. They may eat your children's food. And you wake up in the morning to take your child to school and realize that the food you prepared in the night is gone. They may do all of those. Nonetheless, treat them very well.
True.
You can tell your spouse to talk to them about boundaries, and this is wisdom I just said. You're not the one that talks to them.
Yeah. So when it comes to a matter that involves your in-law, don't be the one to address it. Don't be the one to correct them. Don't be the one to call their attention to a mistake. Yeah. Let your spouse be the one to do it.
Talk to their own relative.
Yeah. For example, if my brother-in-law does something that is wrong, or my sister-in-law does something that is wrong, I don't go and
say, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
I allow my husband. And most times, they even understand. He understands me better than they do. So even if they do not understand my intentions, I can communicate the intention that, okay, this is what was expected. This was why, my wife reacted this way. You get what I'm saying? Allow your spouse handle his family or her family. Don't be the one to do it. Yeah. Because it will put you in a bad light forever if you make a mistake.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. When they are in your space, another thing to do is don't isolate yourself from them. Yeah. This is the one that a lot of us need to work on. Yeah. You feel that, well, I want to give, my in-law, enough time with their daughter or their son or their brother, with your spouse. You want them, so let them, and then you when they are in the living room, you are in the bedroom. When they are wherever, you just try to be.
You
Isolating yourself doesn't do well. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them not to feel at ease. If they're in the living room and you want to be there, please gist with them also.
Yeah.
Because the truth is that they are also your family.
Yeah.
They need to know that you see them that way. They are your family. So don't isolate yourself. Don't just give a cold shoulder and then just, hi, how are you? Hope you're enjoying yourself, huh? All right, good. And then you go to the room. That doesn't work. That's isolating yourself. No. You have to be present. Call them, play conversation, talk to them. You want to play game with them, you want to do things with them. It makes them feel like, yeah, this person has accepted us as not just strangers, but as actually family.
And let me say this, for people that don't have their in-laws in their space, you owe your in-laws time to time to call. You owe them calls from time to time. Check on them. Communicate with them. Have conversation. Yeah. Oh, Daddy, I just said I should greet you. Mommy, I just said I should greet you. Don't wait till there is an emergency or you get what I'm saying. They need to know that you have embraced them as your parents.
Yeah.
How long would you go before calling your own parent? Do the same for your in-laws.
Absolutely.
Let them know that they are loved. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to wait till they are in your space before you start, forming relationship with them. You can form it even from a distance. For some of you that don't live close to your in-laws or you don't live close to your parents, it's important that you are always within their space, communicating with them, letting them know they are loved, letting them know they are honored.
Absolutely. That's a very good way to handle your in-laws. Another thing is, we mentioned this on the side, never disrespect your spouse in the presence of your own family members.
Yeah.
Hey, your family member will always disrespect your own spouse.
Yes.
They will learn from you how to treat your spouse.
By the way you treat
your own spouse. Never, in fact, if your spouse does something that you don't agree with and your siblings or your own parents are there, don't correct your spouse. Don't correct your spouse in front of your people. Don't do that. Because they will laugh at your spouse. They'll feel your spouse does not know how things are done. They
will never forgive
They will never forgive. They will never forget. Yeah. Every time they see your spouse, they'll be seeing your spouse through the lens of that mistake that they did. And you're the one that exposed the mistake. You're the one that... This is what leads to a lot of people demeaning, their in-laws.
Yes.
Because they saw their sibling demean their in-laws, so they feel, well, that's what we should do. We should show him his place. We show her place.
So it is your responsibility to show your family how to treat your husband or how to treat your wife. They don't know how to treat your wife. Yeah. It is how they see you treat your wife or your husband that they will now treat your wife or your husband the same way. So please, even if you have a misunderstanding with your spouse, don't, there's a saying in Yoruba language that don't spread your dirty linen outside. Yeah. There are things you can handle within the closed place. You and your spouse, you can go into the room and sort out the matter, but don't settle disagreement in front of your spouse. Yeah, don't bring them into you don't want them to be the third party in your situation. No. You know why? They will always support their own child.
They will.
If my mother-in-law lives with us, for example, she has never lived with us, so this is not a scenario that has happened. If she lives with us, and let's say we have a disagreement, and we, ask her to talk to, handle the matter, she will always support her son, because blood will always be blood. If it is my parents too, they will always support me. So parents being the third party in a marriage can actually lead to a lot of chaos in marriage, because they will always be biased based on emotions, based on family ties, based on blood. They will always be. So it's best that the third party you have in your marriage is someone that is not emotionally connected to both of you. Yeah. Maybe your spiritual authority, maybe your pastor, or a marriage counselor, or a therapist. Yeah. Because when you use people that are emotionally connected to both of you, they will always take sides.
Oh yeah.
No matter how bad whatever my husband does, is his mother. She's his mother.
They understand.
Most importantly, you have an idea. So she will always support him. If it is my mother, she will always support me. Yeah. So the best way to avoid people taking side is not to even involve them at all.
Yeah. Very good, very good. I used to have a neighbor where the couple, the man is almost like 15 years older than the wife.
Wow.
And everybody knew. And so the man's younger siblings, 3 of the younger siblings are actually still older than the wife.
Wow.
And the 3 younger siblings are living in the house.
Oh, God.
That woman she suffered.
Oh, God.
Because they treated her like slaves. The in-laws, the younger sibling of the
husband.
and the reason why was because the husband treated her like just baby. Like you can't say, let me just stay with you in the kitchen to help, because your siblings will see you do that and will know that that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You've never helped. You've never done anything. You belittle her because of the age gap and whatever, and then unknowingly or unconsciously, the siblings of the man now saw it as a way to treat the woman.
Wow.
So they also expected to be served.
Oh.
They also expected that the wife should wash the dishes because we are older than you.
It reminds me of a trend I started seeing online.
Mm-hmm.
Some ladies, their husband will be helping them in the kitchen, doing things, maybe helping with the baby, and then suddenly they'll just say, hey, no, okay, their mother-in-law, and they'll quickly collect it from them, and it just sends a wrong signal.
It does.
That are you saying that the man should never support his wife in the kitchen? The man should never be involved in his child's life. That the woman is expected to, do everything, be a slave. You are supposed to be always at the receipt. That is a very, very, very wrong mindset.
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law or your in-laws should see you. They should see helping your spouse. Not because, we run marriage through the lens of scripture, not through the lens of culture. Absolutely. I know the place of culture, but then it's not as I say, my husband is helping me in the kitchen, and quickly, push him to the living room, give him a remote, be watching TV. And no, you don't do that. You don't do that. You are a man, you are not supposed to be taking care of baby. Chapter what, verse what?
People actually accord some cultural thing as scripture. People think those cultural whatever is actually a norm. It should be the way it's actually not true. A man should never change diaper. A man should never sleep. A man should never bathe baby. A man should never help in the kitchen. What is a man doing in the kitchen?
Yeah.
What are you doing in the kitchen?
You have turned our son
into a woman.
Yeah. Women, sorry, your eye don't see.
Yeah. So
they should see you. Support your spouse.
You remember when we went to our house in Abuja, right? And I wanted you to prepare meal for my family because I wanted them to have a taste of your expertise. That was the reason why I wanted. And if you remember, I was deliberate to be in the kitchen with you to be helping. Even though it was my father's and my younger siblings were there. Yeah. I was deliberate, whatever I can do, let me do, because I am trying to send a message to them. This is what I do, and it is okay. Yeah. That a man can be in the kitchen and help. This is okay. My dad was there. My dad can be very cultural.
Oh yeah.
And he was there. This is it. It should happen.
If you live in places like abroad, for example, you will realize that some roles are not specific to a gender, because you will realize that how it works here is different. You can't have a living maid. No. You can't always afford childcare. So both of you have to support each other. So, but some of our parents were raised in a cultural way that they feel a man should never be in the kitchen. They were never in the kitchen. They never could. Some men just believe, a man should never handle a baby. A man, you would be the one to, reorient them through your own life. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like you now say, you know what, because mommy is here, I cannot support you, I cannot help you, I cannot, and then you allow the woman, and that's how they will treat the woman for the rest of her life.
Absolutely.
For the rest of her life.
Yeah. Another way to relate with your in-laws when they are in your space is choose your battles. Yeah. Don't fight over everything. Allow them win. Just overlook a lot of things. I talked about the overlook anointing. Just overlook a lot of things. They like their soup to be this way. Just overlook them. They're only going to be there for a period of time.
Oh, can I make dinner for you and you don't like the food? Eat it.
It's okay. Overlook some things for peace to reign.
Yeah.
Mama, this is your food. My wife, why did you not learn from your mother? And then
side them like there's no tomorrow.
Side them like choose your battle. And then when you go inside, you tell your wife, I'm hungry. I thought you were saying, my friend, I need food. Do you understand? Choose your battle. You can't be saying, Mama, no, I don't want you to cook for us again. No, I don't like your food. Wisdom is profitable to direct. So please, choose your battles. Overlook a lot of things. They like to do things this way.
This is how I like to arrange my kitchen.
Yes.
Look at what your mom has
Look
done.
at what-
My dear sister, let them put it the way they like
want.
it. When they are done and they leave, rearrange your space the
way
way
you
you love
want.
it.
Yep.
There's no need to fight. This is where I put my baby stuff. Look at where your mom put it. This is the kind of diaper I use for my child. Look at what your mom used. My dear, choose your battles.
Choose your battles. Yeah, some mother-in-laws will come with 3 different sets of oil. One for the hair, one for the forehead, one for the chin. Overlook.
It's just for a
short time. It's just for a short time because they were able to raise a spouse good enough for you to marry. It's okay. Allow them a little bit. Let them have their space.
Yes.
Especially when there is a wide cultural difference. And when I'm talking about cultural difference, I'm talking about cross-continental difference. And maybe you're an African and married to, let's say, an Indian, for example. The culture is still different. And then when one in-law comes in, please allow them to have their way. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But do your best. With wisdom, handle those situations. I remember there was something, and I'm going to be cautious how I say this. I had a roommate, and around 2 a.m. ish, I felt choked.
Wow.
Not that someone was choking me, but there was a smell that was so choking that it's like the smell contained a little bit of CO2. It displaced the oxygen in the room. I was gasping for air. I came down and I realized the guy was cooking.
Wow.
I was like, what in the world are you cooking that it's taking away oxygen from the house? Now, if that was your in-law, because I also live with another people that when the parents of the boy came, the mom and the father, they came to visit the boy. I kid you not, and I'm not lying. They stayed in the kitchen morning till evening.
Wow.
So they'll make pre-breakfast meal, they'll eat it, and then they'll make breakfast, then they'll eat post-breakfast, and then they start pre-lunch. They did that. And so me and all the other room were looking, because they used 4 of the burners. We can't do anything. They will do a lot, and some of the food, it's not something you can even look at. To you, it doesn't. Now, if that person were to be your in-law, just say, I might have a tennis game to play. Oh, I need to go out. Go out if you can't bear the smell of the food. Use wisdom to handle. Instead of saying, what in the world are you cooking? I can't breathe. Instead of to say such things, right?
Or
use wisdom.
you visit your in-laws, they present you a food and you tasted it and they say, this salt is not enough.
Or too much pepper. My friend, eat it. My friend, eat it.
Eat it and go and breathe in the room. I say, mommy, this food is so good. You are the compliment. Best. No wonder my wife learnt it from you. Like, wisdom is profitable to direct. All right, we'll see you next episode. Next episode, we're going to be answering some questions about, what do I do when my in-laws don't like me? Or what do I do when my in-laws are not giving their blessing for me to proceed into marriage? Some specific questions related to in-law that people have been through. Do well to like and subscribe. We'll see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.
See you.